Was Madara Uchiha right? To truly understand this, we have to look at who Madara is. Madara was born into the Uchiha clan as the oldest of 5 siblings. 3 of Madara's siblings died long before Madara even met Hashirama. And before their meeting, Madara as a child had been sent out to war like many other children during this time period. Madara and Hashirama became good friends as they trained together and pushed themselves past their limits. They would later have talks of peace as they wanted to create a village where no child would ever be sent into war, but their friendship was cut short when their respective clans learned of the other's identity. After a failed assassination attempt from both clans to kill the future heads, Madara and Hashirama were forced into battle. This continued into adulthood, with neither Uchiha nor Senju being able to best the other, but this all changed when Tobirama, Hashirama's younger brother, killed Izuna, who was Madara's younger brother. Hashirama reached out to Madara for peace, but in his dying moments, Izuna convinced Madara otherwise. With his last sibling dead, Madara went out to challenge the Senju one last time, but Madara subsequently lost as Tobirama was no longer occupied by Izuna and could focus his efforts on Madara. After a bitter defeat, Madara demands Hashirama's life in exchange for peace, to which Hashirama agrees, but before Hashirama could kill himself, Madara stopped him and accepted his alliance. The alliance they created brought both Uchiha and Senju together and subsequently the entire world. When everybody learned of the alliance between the Uchiha and Senju, they all banded together and created their own Hidden Leaf village. Well, at least their own version of it. Both Madara and Hashirama agreed that Madara would be the first Hokage, but Tobirama was opposed to this and suggested that it be held to a democratic vote, to which Madara lost. After Hashirama became Hokage, he began seeking peace between other villages, but Madara wanted every village to submit to the leaf. Hashirama made a promise to Madara that he would become the second Hokage and began trying to sway people to Madara's side, but after Izuna's death, Madara remained in solitude, and one day he came across the stone tablet. The stone tablet revealed that the peace between the Uchiha and Senju had been achieved multiple times before his own lifetime, but in each time it always ended in failure. Madara was left conflicted as he had finally achieved the peace that he and Hashirama had envisioned ever since they were children, and now he was faced with the reality that that peace was nothing more than a pipe dream of theirs. Armed with this new knowledge, Madara challenged Hashirama for control of the village one last time, and although it ended in defeat, Madara had already planned ahead. By taking out a chunk of Hashirama's flesh, he would evolve his visual prowess to the next stage, the Renegan, a tool that would help him achieve his dream, the infinite Tsukuyomi. But this took far too long as Madara's body began to age and break down, and the Renegan awakened far too late into his lifetime. This forced Madara to take a young and broken Obito Uchiha and mold him into the vessel fit for his plans, but Obito and Madara did not share a reality. Madara proceeded to orchestrate Rin's death at the hands of Kakashi, which drove Obito deep into despair. The perfect disciple. After molding Obito, Madara decided that it was finally time to rest and decided to join the world of the dead. Madara's philosophy had been molded into him ever since he was a child. Being surrounded by war and conflict, Madara had been forced into battle and killed many adult Senju at a young age. From childhood to adulthood, Madara had been surrounded by war and had come to find peace in combat. Throughout the endless conflict he witnessed, he quickly realized that the only thing that the Shinobi world respected was power, and only through power would peace be achieved. We see that when Madara is brought back, he comes to revel in combat. The sounds, the sights, the taste of his own blood, he comes to relish it all. The ghost of the Uchiha was charismatic, and to those he saw as weak, he would treat them as pests, Shinobi without dignity. To the strong, he respected them and acknowledged them. When Madara sensed Hashirama's chakra enter the battlefield, he became overjoyed. His rivalry with Hashirama had pushed him to build an impressive repertoire of jutsu and accumulate godlike strength, cementing him as one of the most powerful shinobi of all time. The infinite Tsukuyomi, Madara's life's work. A world where no conflict would exist, a world where only love would prevail. Everyone's dream world would be catered to just them. Kiba became Hokage. Tenten received the recognition she so craved. Shino discovered a new species of bugs. Hinata got the love of her life, and even Neji was brought back in a dream world. A world where anyone could be anything they ever wanted. Loved ones brought back to life. Goals and dreams achieved. Was this really wrong? Tenten realized that the world she was in was an illusion, and the longer she stayed there, the more her resolve to escape the infinite dream crumbled. She found solace, a world where she was valued in, a world where everything was as per her liking. At the very end, Tenten found happiness that Madara was trying to spread to everyone. For a world that would only bring you happiness and erase all despair, is that something not to cherish? Illusion or not, Madara had created the perfect world. If you had the chance, would you want this infinite dream? Was Madara right?